What I'm looking forward to the most is just to see how competitive we are. Of course, as you said, new teammate in Liam. I'm excited to be working with him as well. And I think the whole team is excited to look ahead to this season. You know, last year has been challenging at times. Of course, we had a lot of good moments. Of course, also some tough moments. And I hope that we can be, let's say, a little bit more stable and a little bit more all-round throughout the season. My mindset hasn't really changed. Of course, winning 4 titles has been a dream, more than a dream, I would say. I'm relaxed. I'm just looking forward, of course, to see how competitive we can be. And from there onwards, also, like, once you realize a bit how competitive you are, you set a bit of a target. But that's too early to say at the moment. Honestly, I think what I find actually the most important is sleep, because of course you can train well, but if you're not recovering well, it's not going to help you out, right? So it's really important to basically sleep well. And a lot of people maybe don't realize how important it is. I also really, I think, improved on that as well from when I was 18 to now. But yeah, it's definitely very important.
In this video, we dive into the inner workings of Red Bull Racing, where the meteoric rise of Max Verstappen meets the formidable challenge of a new teammate, Liam Lawson. We'll explore why motorsport legend Tom Kristensen warned Lawson about the reality of competing alongside Verstappen, and how team principal Christian Horner's candid discussions have dispelled doubts over Verstappen's future at Red Bull. Stick with us as we uncover the strategy, rivalry, and high-stakes drama defining Red Bull's present and future. Motorsport legend Tom Kristensen recently issued a stark warning to Liam Lawson, the rising star now stepping up to partner Max Verstappen at Red Bull. Kristensen cautions Lawson to be prepared for a harsh truth. When it comes to outright pace, Max is in a league of his own. Imagine being in a race where every lap is a test of precision and speed. Kristensen advises Lawson that while it's essential to aspire to challenge the leader, he must also recognize that closing the gap isn't an overnight endeavor. You need to focus on building your confidence during practice sessions, even if it means clocking a faster lap on certain sectors, Kristensen explains. Think of it like training for a marathon. You're not expected to outrun the champion on your first day, but every practice run builds the stamina and skill needed to keep up over time. This insight is particularly critical at Red Bull, a team that prides itself on promoting from within while managing internal rivalries. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to push your limits against someone considered unbeatable? Lawson faces that very challenge. His promotion marks not only a personal career milestone, but also a test of how well he can adapt to an environment where every second counts. Even legends have their off days, and Kristensen's message is clear. Lawson should seize every opportunity in practice sessions to briefly get ahead of Verstappen. Those moments, however fleeting, can build the mental toughness required to compete at the highest level. In this context, Red Bull's approach is both a blessing and a challenge. The team culture is one of continuous improvement and fierce internal competition. While Lawson's journey is just beginning, the road ahead is paved with high expectations, and the benchmark set by Verstappen is nothing short of extraordinary. Moving on, let's examine how Red Bull's leadership is directly addressing these challenges. Red Bull's team principal, Christian Horner, provides insights into the internal dialogue that keeps the team unified despite external rumors. Horner explains that he has maintained open, candid discussions with Max Verstappen about his future, addressing speculation head-on. This transparency is crucial, especially in an environment where contractual clauses and potential departures often fuel uncertainty. Horner recounts how rumors last season, sparked by external shifts in the F1 landscape, including Lewis Hamilton's dramatic move, had fans questioning Verstappen's long-term commitment. Yet, through direct conversation, Horner reassured everyone that Verstappen's bond with Red Bull remains strong. He emphasizes, Max has a very open relationship with the team, and we discuss everything openly behind closed doors. Such communication is not just about damage control. It's about forging a partnership built on trust and mutual respect. Imagine a scenario where every team member feels they are part of an open book. That's the kind of environment Horner strives for at Red Bull. His approach not only reassures fans and stakeholders, but also sets a clear benchmark for internal accountability. The dialogue extends beyond Verstappen. These conversations are part of a larger strategy to prepare the team for the challenges ahead, including the integration of new talent like Liam Lawson. As Horner puts it, the focus remains on performance and unity. Despite speculation linking Verstappen with potential moves to rival teams such as Aston Martin, Horner's remarks underscore a singular commitment, keeping the team's eyes on the prize. For fans, this means witnessing a stable and strategically united Red Bull, even when off-track politics swirl. So, as we ponder the question, what does true leadership look like in a high-pressure sport like F1? It becomes clear that Horner's approach, marked by honest and forward-looking communication, is key to sustaining Red Bull's competitive edge. A recent article brings a fresh, metaphorical twist to the internal dynamics at Red Bull. It suggests that Liam Lawson should slap Max Verstappen, an evocative phrase meaning that he should be assertive in challenging the champion during practice and testing sessions. However, the advice comes with an important caveat. Do it just enough to stimulate Verstappen's competitive fire, but not so much that it causes friction or unrest within the team. This slap isn't about physical confrontation. It's a call for Lawson to bring an energetic, competitive edge that shakes up complacency. The article explains that healthy rivalry can serve as a catalyst for innovation and improvement. It's a bit like a sparring match in boxing, where a well-timed nudge can force the champion to sharpen his focus and skills. Lawson, who replaced Sergio Perez for the 2025 season, now faces the monumental task of supporting Verstappen's bid for both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. The article emphasizes that Lawson's role isn't to outperform Verstappen outright. Rather, it's to ensure that the team's second seat is filled by someone who is smart, resilient, and capable of contributing valuable data and points. In doing so, he not only helps Red Bull's overall performance, but also indirectly fuels Verstappen's drive to remain at the pinnacle of the sport. Imagine you're part of a high-stakes team where every little push can lead to groundbreaking improvements. How would you approach such a challenge? The article invites you to reflect on the fine line between constructive rivalry and disruptive conflict, a thought experiment for any sports enthusiast or team manager. Ultimately, this slap strategy encapsulates the internal ethos of Red Bull, a commitment to constant progress, balanced by the need to maintain a cohesive team spirit. It's a daring strategy that, if executed correctly, could transform internal dynamics and push both drivers to new heights. Today, we explored Tom Kristensen's frank warning to Liam Lawson, Christian Horner's reassuring discussions with Max Verstappen, and a thought-provoking metaphor encouraging Lawson to slap the champion in a constructive way. These insights not only highlight the challenges and dynamics within Red Bull, but also remind us that progress is born from both competition and collaboration. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more in-depth F1 analysis, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next update.